So this is going to be the initial post for my build thread slash figure out what the fuck's going on with this thing. I'm going to start off, just tell you a little bit about it. It's a 1984 F250 four-wheel drive, 302 automatic, regular cab long bed. It has a 3-inch body lift on it right now. I'm not sure if I'm planning on doing any more lift to it, but that'll come with time. I've had this truck a week and a half, and I've done so many things that I had to actually go through and make a list of everything. First thing is the key. Whenever I got the truck, you had to turn the key on inside and then actually come over and hop this solenoid. But what I did was just repaired a little wire. I'm not going to go into detail on any of the things that I've fixed here, but if I fix something that you're having an issue with, then comment on the video and I'll be more than willing to go ahead and go into detail on what I did to fix that. It could just be a simple explanation that I can tell you in the comment section or anything like that. And then whenever I got it, it ran like shit, so replaced some vacuum lines in it and just kind of plugged up a bunch of stuff, got it running a hell of a lot better. It'll go down the road now. Four-wheel drive, it wasn't engaging. The transfer case works. I've seen it in two-wheel drive low, but the front drive shaft was spinning in the axles, but the lockers aren't locking in. He gave me a new quarter turn Warren locker for it, so I put that in the driver's side, so I have three-wheel drive now. Just got to get a new locker over there, and whenever I do it, if somebody asks, I'll post a video of replacing it and all the parts inside. The passenger side door, it wouldn't open from the inside, but just tore the door apart and figured out what was going on with that. It's an easy fix. The tailgate, didn't have to tear it apart, but it wouldn't latch. It would shut, but it wouldn't latch, so as soon as you start going down the road, it'd fall open. Blinkers and the dash lights, that was just fuses and shit. Radio, it's a little turd, but I got it wired up. If anybody knows if it's like a ground or if I just need a new radio, normally it'll work perfectly fine, but then sometimes any button that I press, it'll act like a power button. I can hit volume up and it'll turn it off, but then I hit the same button and it'll turn it back on, and I can do that with any of the buttons whenever it's acting up. But then sometimes it'll work perfectly fine. I threw some subs in the back. I mean, it's probably not a good idea with one speaker working, but trying to sell those subs, so make them a little easier to sell once they're hooked up, you know. There was just random wires and shit. I'm pretty sure somebody had a CB with like a light bar. I don't even know what all they had, but there was just wires. And I just took all the disconnected crap out, because there was crap that was just disconnected under the hood, and I trace it and it's just disconnected laying in the bed or something like that. The door jambs, the doors rattled like a son of a bitch when I got them, but you can see this black right here. I just wrapped some electrical tape around it. It works for now, but I need to get those actual pieces of plastic that you screw in there. That's pretty much what I've done to it so far. Shit that still needs done, obviously I need to do that four-wheel drive. There's a freeze plug that's leaking, so if anybody has advice whether I should go ahead and replace that freeze plug completely, like rip it out and put a new one in, or if that little rubber screw-in type will work fine, any input is appreciated. The radio I obviously need to replace, either that or if it's a ground, some shit, I don't know. Reverse lights don't work, and I need to adjust the shifter, so I'm hoping whenever I adjust that shifter, it'll fix those reverse lights too, because right now you have to like lift it up into park for it to crank, and sometimes that don't even work. You have to put it in neutral and it'll fire up. But I know other shit will pop up and here and there, but these old trucks, I'm sure I'll be able to fix it. I'll go ahead and fire it up for y'all. See, it fired up just fine there. But clean running truck. No, it just has that stock 302 in there. Probably eventually gonna put a 4-barrel carb on there with that matching 4-barrel intake. Might do some dual exhaust on it. Don't really know. But might put some bigger tires on it. It's on 33s right now, so we'll see if I want to do some bigger tires. Might lift it again, just don't know. One thing though is pretty smart is when I got the truck, you can see that's a back bumper right there, but makes it nice to be able to hop up on. It makes it easier to work on, especially being lifted. I mean, I'm tall, but it's still nice to have that to step on, you know. You know, got the research, but yeah, man, when I used to have this American flag right here, I used to have it over in the back corner, but I didn't know my tailgate was broken. So I started driving and the tailgate dropped down and there was a bunch of oil and shit all over the tailgate and the bed, so it got my flag nasty. So I'm gonna have to try and clean it. Like, you can see how dingy it is right there. Feel bad, man. But probably gonna either try and clean it. If I can't, then I'll just get a new one. But, you know, living that Florida lifestyle with the lifted Ford. Any questions, comments, feel free to throw them down there below.